I'm gonna be honest. It's been a month and a few weeks since Avengers Infinity War came into the theaters. Everyone wasn't ready. People were not ready. I was not ready for this movie. I want to do a quick spoiler-free for people that have not seen the movie or are going to see it. If you've been in an area or you haven't had money or resources or anybody to call yourself a friend to get you to a theater or a screen of any kind on your phone to see this movie, I'm going to give you guys a quick spoiler free so you guys can get more hype for the movie. This is a movie with every single genre: horror, action, thriller, adventure, sci-fi, fantasy, non-fiction, fiction, historically fiction, historical non-fiction. This is that movie. Every single genre, every single clip, footage, actor, actresses, everybody's in this movie. This is a movie for everyone. It's not a movie for comic book fans. I mean, it is, but it's not. It doesn't. This movie was made for comic book fans, and it was made for everyone. You don't have to know everything about the movie leading up to this. You don't have to know anything about the movie to go in to watch this. You can just go in blind, and you will come out just like you won't have no words after watching this movie. You will have no words. This is probably going to be the best movie that you've ever seen in your life. It's just that. I'm going to leave it with that. That this is a movie for everyone. It's a comic book movie for fans of all ages, and it's a movie for everyone that does not follow with the movies or the comics. Now, with that being said, we will go into spoiler territory now. Okay. So, the beginning of the movie, the beginning of the movie happened. It happened differently than I thought it was going to happen. I thought it was going to show Thor and his Asgardian people like getting attacked by Thanos, and they were going to Thor to Valkyrie and Korg to get all the people out. They got half the Asgardian people, and then Thanos walks in. Boom. Yeah, give me the space stone. Let's go. No. You see the Marvel logo come in. There's no happy music. It's just boom. You hear voices and echoes and noises behind the scenes. The Asgardian ship has been under attack. Please send out help. Then you see Ebony Maw walk in with the. You think this is angry. You think this is pain. You think this may be suffering. No. It is salvation. You are about to die at the hands of the Thanos. He is not the Mad Titan. He is the Savior Titan. Thanos is sitting over there while Loki's watching half his people get slaughtered like, I'm not ready for this. Even Loki was like, I'm not. You see Cole Obsidian stabbing people. Fucking men over here just watching people holding her spear. Cole Obsidian just chilling back like, yeah. What up? Then you pan over to Thanos. And he's just looking out in space as his ship shoots at the Asgardian ship. Giving up the entire speech going, I know what it's like to lose. I've watched it happen. And he's just talking to Loki. And then he looks down at Thor, picks him up by the freaking collar of his shirt, and like, listen. Carries him over to Loki, and he's like, what brought you here? Faith? Destiny? It all arrives all the same. Destiny still arrives. Or should I say, I am here. And then he has the gauntlet with already the Power Stone. Like, I thought the beginning of the movie was going to show like how Thanos went from a child all the way to he's an adult, and how he got the gauntlet and then how he got the Power Stone. No, Movie straight up says, no, we're going in a different direction. I already got the Power Stone. This is mine now. Let's go. Thor over here bleeding, saying, you talk too much. You don't talk to Thor. Listen, you're awesome in Ragnarok. You're awesome in all the other movies that you've been leading up to this movie. But you do not talk to Thanos like that. It's like talking to Michael Keaton or Liam Neeson. You don't talk to them that way. Oh, you talk too much. No. You let him finish. Thanos holding Thor by the head, has the Infinity Gauntlet near his head, and he's like, give up the Tesseract, or it's for your brother's head. Loki just looking at him like, kill away. Thanos like, fine. Boop, starting to vaporize Thor's face. Kolob City and the rest of the Black Order are just watching him going, yeah. Yeah. That's our daddy. That's our daddy. Yeah, look at him go. Killing away. And then finally, Loki's like, fine, alright. And Thor's already like, yeah, we don't have the Tesseract blow up on Asgard. It was destroyed. No. Loki just couldn't... Loki, you couldn't just leave that there? I mean... So, Loki just like, fine, I have it. Pulls up his hands, Tesseract appears. Thanos like, yeah, that's mine. Give me it. Loki just looking back at Thor, and Thor's like, what have you done? What? You just brought annihilation to hold the universe. Loki's like, yeah, the sun will shine on us again, brother. No. And then Heimdall's over there just like looking, limping, watching as like Loki's betraying Thor again. And then Thanos is like, yeah, your judgment is misplaced here, Asgardian. And then Loki like, oh, I'm not Asgardian. And for another, we have a Hulk. Hulk just jumps out. Loki, like, grabs Thor. And Hulk's just, like, beating the crap out of Thanos. Like, boop, boop, boop. And then Ebony Maw just signals at Kolob City. He's like, no. Let him have his fun. Hulk's still beating the crap out of Thanos. And then Thanos just grabs his hands. And Hulk's like, the heck, man? Why can't I do this? And then Thanos straight just goes, bloop. And then you see Hulk grab his jaw. And he's like, what the... Like, Hulk's never been beaten like this before. Like, he fought Abomination, he's fought Ultron, he's fought Loki, he's fought T'Challa, he's fought, like, almost every single thing that's known to man. And he comes up against Thanos, and he's like, ow! I mean, Hulk's been shot at, he's been, like, punched by Thor, but he has never been punched and gone, ow! So then straight Thanos just go boop, 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 uppercut. Goes Mike Tyson on him. Finally slams him on the ground. You see Hulk all bloody and everything. It's like, I knew it was going to happen. We all knew it was going to happen. When Ebony Maw was like, let him have his fun. Yeah. I was just waiting for Thanos to go, alright. Let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Goes. I will say this. I only have one problem about this. Thor runs over, grabs a piece of metal, and hits Thanos. Why didn't he use his lightning? I'm just saying. There's nothing wrong with this movie. I'm just saying, like, we just got a new power of Thor and Ragnarok. Why didn't he just go bloop? But still, that lightning probably would reflect off his armor and hit him. Anywho, then Ebony Maw's just like, shh, straps him together, and just like, flips his mouth shut. Well, no. He just holds him together. Then Heimdall's like, let the dark magic run through me once more. Picks him up and then launches him through the Bifrost. Thanos like, oh, so you can do that. That's the thing. Okay. You made a big mistake. Grabs Cole up. No, he grabs Corvus Glaive's spear and just straight goes, boop, twisting and everything. You can hear him, guts going everywhere. Thor's like, no, you gonna pay for that. Like, you just killed my best friend. Ebony Maw's like, with his little finger, the metal wraps around Thor's mouth and is like, shh. Like, listen up. He ain't done talking. Thanos is already like 5 minutes in, and he ain't done much talking, but you need to listen up and listen carefully. And then Ebony Maw's like, yeah, here's the Tesseract. Gives him a whole speech about the Infinity Stone thing, and then Thanos just straight goes, crushes that thing while his armor's off. Like, within 5 minutes of the movie, you see how strong and, like, menacing and evil Thanos really is. How he talks, and I'm going to give props to all the actors and actresses for this movie. They nailed every bit of their roles. These actors and actresses were born to play these roles, no matter what. They might have started off rough. Some of them might have already started off rough. Some don't get enough screen time. Some don't get enough credit for the roles that they played. But these actors and actresses played so much to get into this movie. And Josh Brolin, which in the first 5 minutes is killing it as Thanos. And then Thanos is like, okay, yeah, there are like 2 more stones left on Earth. Children, don't disappoint me. Go get them. Loki straight up comes out and like, hey, let me be your tour guide. Thanos like, you failed the first time I sent you to go get the Tesseract. Why would you want to be it now? Obviously, he knows Loki's trying to play him. Loki looking back at Thor and he's like, yeah, I'm son of Odin now. So you kind of see that brotherly love where Loki kind of got redeemed in Ragnarok. Now he's accepting the Odin name. Pulls out a knife, and Thanos just like grabs it with the gauntlet, with the space stone. He's like, yeah, dying loyalty. Just grabs the knife, grabs Loki. Loki trying to free himself. No. And Loki's like, you'll never be a god. And he's like, really? You think I want to be a god? And you just hear the neck snap. And then he's just like, no resurrections this time. Throws Loki's dead body over to Thor. And then just clenches his fists together. The gauntlet sucks all the Black Order and Thanos out of the Asgardian ship. Thor gets loose, grabs Loki's dead body, and is just crying away. The entire ship blows up as Thanos and his crew fly away. Then you see Hulk fly through the Bifrost, and he gets back in New York. Doctor Strange and Wong are just talking about eating ice cream or something. I mean, you get that kind of funny sense of Wong doesn't want to like disrespect the magic and everything. And then they have that funny like talk about rubies and money, and then Hulk just crashes right in. Boom. Doctor Strange just calls the cloak of levitation, puts it back on, and he's got like his entire suit on. At one point, like 5 seconds ago, he's wearing like his normal clothes, and then he puts on the cape, has on his magical outfit. They all have their spells out, and they're just like, who are you? Banner's like, Thanos is coming, Thanos. And then Doctor Strange has the same reaction we would, like, who? And then he just cuts the title sequence. Oh, man. The props with the music, like, recently everyone hates, like, Marvel for not making good scores for their movies, but Black Panther nailed it with Ryan Coogler. But the score of this movie was great as well. Cut to Tony and Pepper run through the Central Park. Tony talking about having, like, a baby, waking up, and it was real. And then Pepper's like, you still have suits of armor, you know, why wouldn't you just have, like, normal clothes? And they're planning for their wedding, planning for their future. Doctor Strange straight up goes, hey, Tony, we need your help. Yeah, it's the fate of the universe. And Tony's like, oh, joking around. He's like, yo, you getting paid to do this? Huh? Who's we? Who's we? Who's this? Banner straight walks out like, what's up, Tony? Yeah, things are going down. Stop joking around. We gotta go. Both Tony and Pepper are both amazed that Bruce is back. Bruce is just hugging Tony to be back alive, be back on Earth. Then we cut to Wong explaining to Bruce and Tony what the Infinity Stones are. Then Tony's just sitting there just like, okay. Yeah, tell me his name again. Bruce is like, okay, yeah, he's Thanos. Yeah, he wipes out people, kills half the population, and then he just walks away in an instant. Also, did you know he sent Loki here? The attack on New York. That was all Thanos, not Loki. Tony like, okay, this is it. This is what we've been planning for. So, what's our timeline? Oh, no telling. He could be here any moment. He could be anywhere right now. He already has the space and power stone. That already makes him the most powerful person in the universe. Tony and Doctor Strange having this big argument, like, yeah, we need to get rid of the time stone. No, we need to keep the time stone. Okay, it's going to help us. And just to see them both in the same room, just arguing with one another, is the most craziest thing because Tony doesn't believe in magic. Okay, he's not been like with super other people in a very long time besides the Avengers. So it's crazy to see them all interacting in this movie. They just talking about keeping the time stone away from Thanos and bringing the fight to him. Then Bruce is like, okay, it's enough. We need to find Vision. We need to keep the time stone safe. And then Tony's like, yeah, about Vision. He's upgraded. Like, he's gone. He turned off his tracker. We have no idea where it is. And Dr. Strange's like, who could find Vision? Tony's like, Steve Rogers. Obviously, Doctor Strange already knows about that. Like, he doesn't have to pay attention to the news. I bet he knows that through the multiverse. He's just like, crap. Bruce's like, okay, we can call him. Tony's like, no. It's not that easy. Yeah, Cap and me had it out. We're done. The Avengers are split apart. Like, done. And then Bruce just comes out with that funny line. Like, the Beatles, like a band. Like, there's so many good lines. And what I was worried about is because Thor Ragnarok was supposed to be an action comedy, and there was a lot more comedy than there was action, but it was still a good movie. The only thing I did not want, previous Avengers movies have been funny and action. They're both leveled out. This one, I wanted to be more action and more serious than it was funny. And guess what? It was what we all wanted. It was more action, more serious than less funny. But also had the good comedy moments. They were there. I swear they brought in every single MCU director that directed the past MCU movies into it. Like John Watts, James Gunn, Jon Favreau. I bet they all brought him in and was like, here's what we're gonna do. Ryan Coogler for the Black Panther scenes. Like, I bet they were all in the waiting room going like, The Russo brothers going like, okay, we can do this. Yeah, that connects. Let's do it. Straight. Tony flips out his flip phone after Bruce gives him the speech like, Thor's dead. We got nothing else to. We got nothing else. Now is the time to make up. Tony's like, okay, fine. Struggles to call Bruce, and then here's the cube ship outside. They all go outside, and what's so crazy is you get to see like the Avengers' perspective, like of all the danger, which is really cool. Normally we see all the people's and the civilians' point of view of like the danger. Now we get to see the Avengers' like point of view. Tony puts on his glasses, like, yeah, give me a heads up, what's going on? They go outside, and you get to see the cube ship in first person, like from their point of view. Then it cuts to my buddy Peter on that field trip with Ned. They're on the bus. Straight up, Peter looks on his arms like, spider sense, okay. Looks outside, sees the Q ship, and is like, okay, I gotta go be hero. Taps on Ned, like, hey, I need a distraction. Give me something. Ned, he was like, okay, we're all gonna die. Okay, the spaceship, let's go. Peter puts on his web shoes, like, poop, alright. Climbs out the window, puts on the mask. Then we get our Stan Lee cameo, and he says it was his favorite that he's ever done. Okay, accordingly, I think that's his quote. I think this is Stan Lee's favorite cameo that he's ever done in a Marvel movie, so good quotes to him. It's not one of my favorites, but it's certainly one of the funniest. He's like, what's wrong with you kids? You ever seen that spaceship before? Peter puts on his mask, like, yeah, let's go. Jumps off. It just swings off, and the music that was playing there as he was swinging off the bridge was beautiful. Anyway, cut back to Tony and Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange puts up like a force field to keep all the debris from falling at people. Gives a wink at Tony like, yeah, I did that. What else can you do? What can your armies do that I can't? Suddenly, Cole Obsidian and Ebony Maw show up like, yeah, greetings and rejoice. You're about to die at the hands of Thanos. Tony's like, yeah, Earth closed today, so get out of here. Ebony was like, really? In the middle of my speech? Stonekeeper, does this childish animal speak for yourself? Doctor Strange already like, oh, really? No, I speak for myself. Boom, boom, boom. Just like you trespassing on this planet. And then Tony with the OG funniest line like in the movie, get lost, Squidward. Get, because he has no nose. Yeah, we kind of see the resemblance. Then Tony look over to Cole Obsidian, and then he looks back at Ben, and he's like, yo, you want a shot? And he's like, yeah. I never get what I want, so let's go. Then Hulk doesn't come out, like, he's having trouble. He's like, where's your gun at? He's like, I don't know, we're kind of having this thing. He's like, there's no time to think. That's the thing. Finally, Hulk's like, Hulk won't come out. Tony's like, okay, Wong, you hold on to Banner for a second. Yeah, I got him. Tony goes, zoop, boop, boop, boop. The OG suit comes out. By far, the best suit. This is my second favorite suit that Tony's ever made. Mark 6 is my favorite. This one is my second favorite. Can pretty much do whatever he thinks. Made of nanotech. We all thought it was vibranium. Kind of the same thing. A little bit. Tony puts up a shield, knocks this buddy out because like multiple different repulsors come out of his back and just boop, shoots Cole Obsidian away. And then Bruce is like, where'd they come from? Iron Man tried to fly near Ebony Maw with his sword blades. He like, nah, bloop. Cole Obsidian knocks him into a park. Bruce gets into a portal, jumps where Tony is. Doctor Strange and Wong fighting Ebony Maw was one of the coolest parts about the movie and one of the coolest scenes. They both just like open them portals as Ebony Maw's shooting debris at him. Finally, Tony's having trouble fighting Cole Obsidian. Cole Obsidian's like, nah, boo, we're not having any of that. Then Peter launches in. He's like, yeah, what's up, Mr. Stark? Catches the hammer. And it was so crazy seeing like Spider-Man and Iron Man interacting again. It was like Civil War, Homecoming, and this again. It was so cool seeing them in the same thing. He's like, kid, where you been at? Like, where'd you come from? And then like Peter's already like, yo, man, what's going on? What's this dude's problem? Yeah, let me give it to you straight, kid, fast and simple. He came here to steal a necklace from a magic wizard. Okay. Then Doctor Strange having trouble keeping this time stone from Ebony Maw, puts him up on the wall and tries to grab the amulet. It burns his hand, and I felt like that was a callback to Raiders of the Lost Ark, where the Nazi soldier, Nazi professor, grabbed the amulet and then like burned his hand and made the symbol. Could have been, I don't know. Straight grabs Doctor Strange, ties him up, and then like, just carries him up. And the cloak's like, nah, I'm not having any of this. Flies away. Tony's like, yo, Pete, that's the wizard. Go get him. He's like, alright, got it. Ebony Maw just flying away, trying to catch Doctor Strange. And then he throws a billboard at Spider-Man. Like, he don't even have to look backwards. He's just like, oh, I hear something back there. Let me go. Ba-doop. Peter gets hit by it, grabs, swings back up. The poles and stuff catch Doctor Strange's cape. Peter's like, I got you. Nope. The Q-ship got you both in a gravity. And he does the same, like, Jesus pose again, like he did in Homecoming. Everyone's like, oh, you want to do that? Fine. Boop. Sends them both back, both of them into the tractor beam. Cole Obsidian grabs Tony, and then Wong just puts him through a portal, cuts off his arm, and then Tony just goes, boop, flies up in the air. And he's like, yo, give me some juice, Friday. Boo. His suit just goes insane, shoots him up in the air. And then, like, he's like, okay, Peter, I see you climbing up there. Friday, unlock the Iron Spider. Unlock 17A. 17A. I'm already like, as soon as he said unlock, I was like, I know exactly what he's about to do. Boop! Shoots the suit into the air. Peter's just still climbing, like, no idea that he's still going up and about to lose air. Which I thought Peter might have been smart enough to go, like, oh yeah, the reason I can't breathe very well is because we're getting up higher. Anywho, he gets up there, takes off his mask. Iron Man's like, yo, I'm gonna catch you, okay? Peter finally lets go, and then the suit just jumped on his back and just, like, the Iron Spider suit was probably my favorite part about this movie. Like, it did so much. It gets on him, he's like, yo, man, this smells like a new car. And then Tony's like, yeah, Friday, send him home. Parachute from his back opens up, and that was probably a callback to Spider-Man Homecoming when the Vulture first got Peter and then his parachute came out. Probably a good reference. Tony straight gets inside the Q-ship. Peter hangs on and climbs in a secret door. And then you hear Pepper and Tony talk about, like, coming back home. And then Pepper was going to say something like, I think we can assume that she was about to say she was pregnant, right? Because she was like, I'm going to, and then she gets cut off. So I think she was going to say, I'm going to be pregnant. So that's what I'm going to assume it's going to be. Anywho, Wong has to leave to go protect the Sanctum, you know, because Time Stone's been taken. The Sorcerer Supreme has been taken. I'm the only one left to protect the New York Sanctum. Bruce is like, okay, I'm going to make this call. Flips open to Captain America's profile, and then it cuts to Guardians. You hear the music, and it just cuts to space. It's like, yeah. Doo-doo-doo-doo, Rubber Man. They all singing it. And then, like, Rocket's like, why are we doing this job? Who knows? We might get paid, you know, because it's a stress signal. So they come out of hyperspace. They see all the dead Asgardians. Then Thor lands on the windshield. Rocket's like, yo, wipers, get it off. They bring him in, and then I swear that Drax has, like, some of the best. Bruce, Drax, Iron Man, Doctor Strange have probably some of the best lines in this movie. And Thor. So Drax is like, yo, this looks like a pirate angel. It's like a pirate and an angel had a baby, and this is pirate angel. And then he's like, how? Peter Quill's like, how's this dude still alive? He's not a dude, man. You're a dude. This is a man. I'm very muscular man. Gamora over there just touching his muscles. Looks like they're made out of quiet for something. And then he's like, yo, stop massaging his muscles. I'm gonna get dumbbells. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna get. And it's kind of being, it's supposed to be a meta joke to when Chris Pratt used to be fat and he had to get fit to play like a certain role. So finally, Mantis wakes Thor up. He's like, yo, who are you guys? Gamora's like, yeah. So, ever since I was little, I remember when my dad was like, obsessed taking up the, wiping out half the universe. Thor's like, yo, I feel your pain. You see like Gamora and Thor's like, kind of like similar relation. Peter's like, yo, get your hand off my girl. Then, Thor's like, yo, I need a hammer. And he's like, trying to access the escape pod. Then Star-Lord's like, yo, you're not taking our pod. Trying to imitate Thor's voice. They both have like this freaking awesome, you mocking me? You mocking me? Does he do this all the time? He's trying to copy me. Just seeing both Chris's like interacting together, like it's so crazy to mix. Like you have one of the founding members of the Avengers, and then you have like the Guardians of the Galaxy member, and the intermeaning with each other, interacting. It's so crazy. They had like over 40, 50 characters in this one movie, and they all combined them under like 3 hours, like a 3-hour movie. Like, oh my god. Finally, they come to the conclusion. Thor's like, yo, this is not a joke. Thanos got the gauntlet. He's got 2 Infinity Stones. There are 2 left on Earth. But guess what? They're safe with the Avengers. They're all like, who the Avengers? The Earth's mightiest hero. Mantis like, Kevin Bacon? No. I mean, he might be on the team. I don't know. Then, Thor's like, yo, the Collector has the Ether. He has the Reality Stone. Soul Stone, no one's ever seen that. Gamora's like, yeah, we don't know what the Soul Stone is. Yeah, no. And then Rocket's like, yo, I got 2 good ideas. Let's take the escape pod. I'll go with the Power Angel group can go with me, and we'll leave the boat full of morons going after Thanos. Stop him from getting the next stone. So then you hear that Thor and Rocket set on their quest to go find Vanillier, get Thor a new weapon, and it was so crazy because we all saw some early concept art of Thor and Rocket working together, and I was like, it's gonna kind of be weird because they're not kind of the same character. Turns out they kind of are because Rocket's always wanted to go he's all obsessed with weapons and stuff and gadgets. This makes them to a good pair. Anyway, they take the escape pod, cut to over in what was it? What was the city? Portland, I think it was. Vision and Scarlet doing their whole romance and everything. It was so cool seeing Paul Bettany in his human form more than. And we don't need an explanation of what it is. We already heard Tony said he upgraded. He can look like a human, and then he can hide the stone away. They had that cute, and I bought the relationship. In Civil War, it was kind of there, just a planet, and then in this one, I bought the relationship. Everyone was like, we probably needed more screen time, or we needed more movies to see them both interacting. I bought the relationship either way in this both movie. They were both powered by the Mind Stone. It makes sense that they would both have kind of the same powers. Finally, Vision is like, yo, we could probably make this work. I could probably stay here forever. You want to be? Corvus Glaive come out, just spears him. Then he turns back into Vision form. The spear stops him from phasing through walls. Proxima Midnight just goes boop, hits Scarlet Witch into another building. She starts to fly, picks up Vision, and then Vision pulls out with that funny line. We probably should have just stayed in bed. Scarlet Witch gives him that little smile, nah, not where the kids are here. Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight, they were 2 fantastic fighters. Out of all the Black Order members, Ebony Maw was probably my favorite. Probably because he got more screen time. But Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive, they were going at it at Scarlet Witch and Vision. And later, in other scenes, they go out up against other Avengers. Anyway, they start fighting. Vision's powers is no match for Corvus Glaive's spear, because it obviously shot different laser beams in different directions. Corvus Glaive tries to spear the stone out of his head. They land up in the subway station. Scarlet Witch, her powers got upgraded in this movie, like, to 11. Then suddenly, Fox Midnight looks over and sees a Shadow Man. Then you hear the old Avengers first theme. It's just like bum 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 bum. Falcon, Black Widow all summon him. Take out both Corvus Glaive and Fox Midnight. Cap goes boop, throws a distraction. Black Widow gets a hold of the spear, stabs Corvus Glaive. Then Fox Midnight just comes in and is like, nope. Steve just goes boop, and that beard. I know Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. are getting close to their contracts ending. Can we have more Captain Beard? No more Captain America, Captain Beard. It would sell more. That beard, that full-on beard was just, oh. I love this new Captain America. I love it. New beard. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It's really good. Anyway, the Avengers save Vision and Scarlet Witch. They all get in the Quinjet. Cap's like, yo, we going home. Bounce up back to New York. And then it cuts to I believe it cuts to Gamora's flashback whenever she was like a kid. Seeing her interact with Thanos back then, like, that was harsh. And you see the Chitauri, like, taking over her planet. Ebony Maw giving out the speech again. The Black Order members just killing everyone. Choose a side. Choose a side. Doesn't matter. Just choose a side. Right or left. Right or left. Gamora lost. Can't find her mom. Thanos walks up to her like, yo, let me help you find your mom. Takes her by the finger. Walks her into a, like, monastery. Pulls out a knife like, yo, pretty, isn't it? Like, just giving her a little demonstration like, look at this. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. He's like, yo, you try it. Then meanwhile, in the background, everyone's like, kill away. One side of the two sides ends up dead. Gamora's trying to look over it. No. Pay attention. Then older Gamora talking to Star-Lord like, yo, I need you to promise me something. Promise on your mother's life that you'll kill me. Because I know something that could put the entire universe in jeopardy. Star-Lord's like, you can tell me. No, if I tell you, then you're going to have to die too. Peter's like, all joking like, this is what the grenades are for. Why does everyone have to die in this scenario? Basically, Gamora's like, yo, this is not a joke anymore. We need to pay attention. Like, swear to me you'll kill me. Finally, they have their little kiss that I've been waiting for 2 movies. Then we just see Drax going, with his invisibility. And then Mantis walks out like, hi, Drax. Dang it. I messed up. And then, God, Drax is like, I've been here for like an hour, just slowly, just. You're eating a Zargnot, yeah, but my movement is just slow, particular. It's unsanable. I'm invisible. No, I'm pretty sure I could see you. I'm invisible. They head over to nowhere. See the Collector being stomped on by Thanos, like, yo, where's the reality stone? I sold it. No. You wouldn't just sell some priceless artifact. No. It has too much power to it. Drax over here about to get ready to kill Thanos. Star-Lord's like, no, we need to get the stone first. We need to get the stone first. Then we can kill Thanos. Drax like, no. I got this. Mantis goes, boop, puts him to sleep. Thanos hears the ruckus like, yo, what was that? Puts on his little smile, throws Collector into a golden case. Peter like, okay, Gamora, Mantis, you go left, and I'll go the other left. Gamora charges in, stabs Thanos, and we all knew that wasn't easy. We all know Thanos was going to have to die some harder way. But to see Gamora cry to her stepdad, who abused her, took her from her own planet, and just like turned her into a weapon killer, an assassin, and just to see her cry, because she still has that fatherly love, kind of. Like, she hates him, but she was taken at a very young age, and then Thanos taught her so much. Thanos just in the background like, yeah, thought I'd never see you cry, daughter. Steps out of the red reality, and he's like, yeah, I already got the stone and everything. I knew you'd come. I set you up. Then you see everything turn to fire, as he was already creating, like, the different reality that they were all seeing. Drax wakes up like, what? Galactus over there just like clapping. And then straight, Thanos grabs Gamora. Drax and Mantis both get turned into like yarn and stuff. Rubble, yarn. Peter steps out like, yo, you let her grow, Grimace. I'm gonna blow that nut shot of his chin right out of your face. Gamora like, no, you promise. Shoot me. Thanos and Peter both having this fatherly like connection, like, yo, you said you gonna do it? Do it. Pushes her even closer. Do it. Finally, he's like, I love you. Pulls the trigger. Out comes Bubbles. Then his gun turns into Bubble. Now, at first, I thought it was a bubble gun. I was like, Peter, you promised her. Come on, don't do this. But he was actually going to shoot her. He was actually going to kill his girlfriend to save the entire universe, which is understandable. But then Thanos like, yo, I like you. Bounces away. And he just like, what? Then you cut back to Earth. The old Avengers get back, telling Thunderbolt's Ross, like, yeah, you send more troops than us, we're gonna hit them back, but guess what? We'll fight you too, even if you have to, if you think you're gonna try to stop us from saving the world, guess what? We'll hunt you down too. I'm done taking orders. I'm past. I am past permission. Giving Thunderbolt like that. Yeah, I'm done taking orders. Then Hulk and Banner and Natasha connect back together. Sam's like, yo, man, this is awkward. Then they have a talk about Vision, about his stone. Then another good line from Bruce Banner, like, there's an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man. Like, that would be something I'd just pop in. I'm like, I just disappear from, like, this chair, and I enter another universe, and then I just see Spider-Man swinging away, and then I see just Giant Man running in the difference. I'm like, oh, Ant-Man and Spider-Man? Like, come on, like, this movie was very relatable to a lot of comic book fans. Vision's like, yo, we need to destroy the stone. Scarlet's like, no, we need to keep you alive. You're one of us. Steve giving the OG speech like, yo, you're one of us. You're a person. Bruce saw like, yo, there's a way that we could get rid of the stone but keep Vision alive. Everyone's like, yo, we can do it? Not here. I don't have the equipment to do it. Rhodey like, yo, you gotta find someone that can. You gotta find someplace we can do this because Thunderbolt's not gonna let you guys have, like, the quarters back. Steve like, yo, I know a guy. Cut to Black Panther. You already hear the music from boo, 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 boo. T'Challa and Okoye like, yo, let's summon the White Wolf. Bring him the new vibranium. He's like, yo, where's the fight? It's on its way. Then you cut to Ebony Maw, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Iron Man. Ebony Maw is starting to torture Doctor Strange, which was a callback to the comics when they were fighting each other. Doctor Strange was getting tortured by Ebony Maw's magic. He was like, yeah. You feeling it? Give me the space. Give me the time stone. No. Spear starting to go inside of his face, cutting him up. Tony like looking like, what am I gonna do? His cape comes up and just go boop boop. Oh, you are a piece of clothing. Like oh, that is magic. Spider-Man popping out like, yo, I know what you're thinking, but I'm here to help. And he's like, no, you should have not been here. There's a reason I sent you home. You're not ready for this. You're not an Avenger. Don't tell me you thought this through. And Peter's like, yo, I have thought this through. You cannot be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man if there is no neighborhood. Great line, because he's right. Like, Peter, even though Peter's not old enough and has like the power to stop Thanos, at least he was willing to sacrifice his time, his life to save half the universe. So he's like, yo, I got one shot for you. Get a plan to save him. What's your plan? He's like, yo, you ever seen this really old movie, Aliens? I already knew what he was gonna do. As soon as he said aliens, I was like, I know exactly what he's gonna do. Tony like, yo, Ebony Maw, this kid watched a lot of movies, watch this. Boo! Shoots him out of the spaceship. Then, Peter has to save Doctor Strange again, this time with the OG 4 arms that come out of the suit. Give him the, what are those? It was so cool seeing those arms. Oh my god. The Iron Spider suit was the coolest suit in the entire movie. It did so much. That suit did so much than the Homecoming suit did. Well, we didn't really get to see much of it on screen. Like, we didn't get to see it like full capacity of power, but to see on screen interacting. Finally, Tony and Doctor Strange having that again. Like, yo, we need to turn the ship around. No, we're not running. Like, you have no idea what I've been through. For like the past 6 years, I've been living with this anxiety and depression of Thanos attacking Earth, and now he's back. So I don't think we should run. I think we should go straight to his world, battle him head on. because he has no idea we're coming, so that's what we're going to use. Like, let's take the fight to him. Doctor Strange's like, okay, we're going to play this game? Alright, fine. We'll go to him. We'll take the fight to him. But guess what? If we fail, I will not hesitate to let you and the kid die. Because I need to keep this stone from getting to Thanos. I cannot risk it. Peter, like, okay. I'm really in this now. Tony's like, okay. I can live with that. Goes over to Peter like, yo, kid. You're an Avenger now. Peter, and what I like so much is that when Peter was knighted to be an Avenger, he wasn't like, yes, finally, I can work. No, he was like, he gave a little smile. He's like, then he was like putting on a serious face. He's like, okay, not playing around. Let's go save the world. Let's go save all reality itself. Cut to Thanos in his ship. Gamora looking at his chair like, I hated that chair. I hated it. Then you hear him talking to Thanos like, why are you doing this? You're slaughtering half the people around the universe. And he's like, it's a small price to pay for salvation. Look at your planet. It was dying on resources, food, and overpopulation. But guess what? Since I wiped out half the universe, your entire planet has had nothing but beautiful sunsets, food, resources to live on. Only because you killed half the population. It's a small price to pay, my little girl. Takes us to like his cell where Nebula is. Caught her trying to board my ship a while ago. Tried to kill me, almost did. The way it was framed, you saw like Nebula's front face, and then it pans over to her body, and she's just scattered in pieces, floating in midair. And I already knew what he was going to do. Grabbed the gauntlet and was like, tell me what the Soul Stone is, and I'll spare your sister. Pulling her even further and further apart. And just, I felt the pain that Gamora, she was trying to plead to Thanos, like, no, stop killing. She grabbed both his arms, she's like, stop it. I don't know where the Soul Stone is. I never told you, and I've never seen it before. And he's like, I believe you. But there's only one thing I don't believe about you. I never taught you how to lie. That's why you're so bad at it. Pulls her even more apart. And he's like, finally, fine. It's on Voldemir. It's on Voldemir. He's like, you better be for sure for your sister's sake. Nebula giving Gamora like no. And like their sister romance worked out perfectly in this movie. Like we saw Nebula at the start of Guardians of the Galaxy being a villain. Then she was redeemed in Volume 2, and now she's a full-on like sister figure. Like she actually cares for Gamora. They disappear out. Then we go back to Wakanda. The Avengers arrive in there. Then Rhodey's like, okay, we're going to see the king. And then Bruce is like, do we have to kneel? Yeah, he's a king. Steps out. Okoye's like, yo, when you said you were going to open up the Wakanda, the rest of the world, this is not what I'm expecting. And what did you imagine? Maybe an Olympics? Starbucks? How cool would it see the Wakandans like use their like training and their like abilities during the Olympics? That would be sick. Then Bruce steps out, like kneels. We don't do that here, okay? Rhodey like, I'm just tripping with you, man. So how much of an attack should we expect? Oh, we should expect a big one, my Majesty. Don't worry, I already have someone that's working with Vision. We'll get him fixed up right along. Then pan over. Yo, what up, Steve? Nice beard. News. Nice arm. So how you been? Not too bad for the end of the world. Go over to Shuri's lab, scanning Vision. Okay. You did a lot of good work here, but why didn't you just reprogram everything to make him the perfect robot so we wouldn't have to do all this work? Because we didn't think about it at first. It's going to take a little while, but I can do it. It's manageable. How long should we suspect? 2 hours at least? Then Okoye's like, yo, my king, something's entering the atmosphere. You see the Outrider ships starting to crash into Wakanda. One of them hits the force field, blows up. Yeah, that's not going to hold forever. We got to go to the battlefield. Alright, assemble the troops. Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And give this man a shield. Then we go, well, I'm jumping over the place here. I forgot to include one thing. So before that, Thor, Rocket, and Groot are all heading to Venelier. Thor and Groot having this conversation. Yo, you speak Groot? Yeah, I was taught in one of the languages on Asgard. Yo, Thor got upgraded in this movie with his, Thor's arc in this movie was bigger than I thought it was going to be. Because I was, worried. I was like, I don't want the entire movie him going for a quest to get a new hammer and then going to finish off the job. No, it did so much that. Because then Rocket's like, okay, he's called me captain, time to be the captain. Puts the ship in auto drive and he's like, yo, so you lost your sister, your mother, your father, your brother, everybody? Yeah. What more can I lose? And he was trying to smile through that speech. He's like, I've killed twice as many enemies. I'm over 1,000 years old. And Thanos will not be one of the enemies that will overtake me. He hasn't fought me. Like, he's like, I'm getting a new hammer. Don't forget about that. And he's like, yeah, it's got to be some hammer. But this is Thanos we're talking about. Like, he's the toughest there is. He hasn't fought me. Yes, he has. Well, he hasn't fought me. He hasn't fought me again. It's like, are you sure you're up for this killing Titan weapon? Of course I am. Vengeance and hatred, it's all good. Like, supporting emotions to rile you up to get revenge. And he's like, just trying to smile through that. And he's like, he's like, Faith wants me alive because that's why I'm here. Faith wants me to be alive so I can go and kill Thanos. And what if you're wrong? Then if I'm wrong, what else can I lose? They show up to Vendelier, it's all frozen. Nothing's working. Then we get to meet Peter Dinklage cameo, which they said he was going to be in, and I was thinking, I'm like, who is he going to be? What character would they make him play? And I thought it was going to be one of the Black Order members, and I was like, no. They said it will be iconic to his Game of Thrones series. So I was like, okay, what is it? And then I heard that, before we went to see the movie, I heard that Vendelier is, like, run by the dwarves of Asgard. I was like, he's going to be a dwarf. So they show up, they see the model of the gauntlet, and then it explains, like, how Thanos got the gauntlet. He built them. Peter Dinklage's like, yo, he got rid of my hands. He killed he killed everyone here except for me. He said, this is your world now. You can do whatever you want. Thor giving the OG speech like, yo, every single idea that you've had is in here. But if you and me work together, you and I, we can kill Thanos. They start to get the, Thor's like, yo, how we get Vendelier started? How we do it? We have to restart the forge. We have to open the heart of a dead star. Okay, how we do that? We gotta turn the gears. Alright. Turns over to Wakanda. Everyone's getting ready. Hulk and his Hulkbuster, Banner getting the Hulkbuster suit. Like, yo, I'm getting the hang of this. Trips. Okoye's like, really? This is the so-called Avenger, the strongest Avenger. They all get out to the battlefield, the force field. Approximately midnight, and Cole Obsidian start walking out to the force field. Then M'Baku, Master, whoo, whoo, Master, whoo, whoo. T'Challa and him just goes, yeah, we're fighting, we're OG, we got this. Then Black Panther, Steve, and Black Widow, they all walk up to the front field and they're like, yo, you are in Wakanda now. That house when I have nothing but blood and dust. We have blood to spill, says Proxima Midnight. Unleashes the Outriders, and seeing them, Black Panther's like, okay, they're not retreating, let's do this. And as soon as he started saying it, I was chanting with him, like, look, this is probably the best, like, movie experience I've had in my entire life, as a comic book fan, and as a movie person in general. Like, I love movies, and this is probably the best movie theater, like, experience I've had in my entire life, because every time, like, something would happen, people would chant, or, like, go, like, they would hum, or go against, like, with the music or something, or they would, like, cheer, clap whenever Spidey, Iron Man, Thor, Cap, Groot, the Guardians, everybody showed up, they were all clapping. Went back to the movie, clap, went back to the movie, laugh, went back to the movie, gas, went back to the movie. And then when Black Panther came on, everyone, even, not only just African Americans, but Americans, white, every single race that I was in, that theater just chanted, Ibambe, Ibambe, Ibambe. It was killer. Just to see them all interacting, the Wakandians and the Avengers. And then T'Challa's like, yo, the force field isn't going to hold up. They're going to go in through the city. They're going to, like, move around. So we got to open up the force field. Shuri's like, you sure you want to do that? Yeah. This should be the end of Wakanda. And it will be the most epic battle known in history. Wakanda forever! Opens the shield. And then just to see Steve Rogers and T'Challa running through the Wakandan soldiers, like, they're racing both at the same speed, seating them both at, like, the same speed. Then they charge into the battlefield, seeing all the Avengers and the Wakandans fight as once. more Outriders were dying than there were Wakandans. I checked. I've seen this movie, let alone 15 times. I know. I've seen it 15 times. And we ain't even close to the end. And I won't. The ending. My God. Anyway, I jump back to Titan. So, Iron Man, Tony, and Doctor Strange's like, yo, the Q ship, it's off autopilot. We're about to crash into Titan. And then, this is, I think, as close as Peter's gonna get to, like, driving, besides, like, an actual car. Like, this is him and, like, his dad having, like, a father conversation about driving. He's like, yo, kid, get your hand inside the stick and we gotta steer it. Peter's like, yo, we gotta turn? Tony's not even paying attention, like, oh, okay. So they both steer the ship. Dr. Strange, I got you guys. Hold on. Uses his magic, creates a force field. They crash onto Titan. And then the Guardians show up. And then, like, Peter's like, yo, if one of you two, like, crawls into me and lays eggs in my stomach, I swear. And I'm like, eat one of you, I'm not sorry. Tony's like, I don't want a single popular cultural reference from you anymore. Star-Lord throws a bomb. Drax's like, yo, Thanos! And seeing them all fight, because it was like, I was, like, jumping up from my chair. Everyone around me was like, and everyone I brought with me, some were doing it with me, but, like, my dad, my sister, my cousin were sitting right next to him, and they were all like, the heck is wrong with you people? You don't know how crazy this is. To see them interact and talk with each other in the comics, that was all written for a reason. But seeing it in the movie for the first time, the Guardians and the Avengers meeting up, like, we got a tease of it earlier at the beginning of the movie with Thor and the Guardians. Now we see the Avengers and the Guardians meeting up, them all fighting each other, Doctor Strange throwing his cape at Drax's head, Mantis freaking out Peter, yo, don't put your eggs in me! Both Peters fighting each other. He's like, get away over here, you little, he's like, get over here, you little insect. Shoots him with like some like grappling like string or something. Then he throws an electric bomb at Iron Man. He's like, ugh! Gets stuck, and then he's like, okay, everyone chill out. Tony turns his arm into an arm cannon, points it at Drax's head like, you shoot my mom, I'll shoot you. Star-Lord has a gun to Peter's head, and he's like, okay, everyone chill out. Where's Gamora? This is the best line of the entire movie. Where is Gamora? I'll tell you who. Who is Gamora? I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora? Drax and Bruce Wayne. Drax and Bruce Banner are killing it in this movie with their lines. And then to see them interacting. What master do you serve? What am I supposed to say? Jesus Christ? You're from Earth. No, I'm from Missouri. No, that is from Earth, okay? What are you doing? Why are you harassing us for? I'm here to kill Thanos. So wait a minute, you're not with Thanos? With Thanos? No, he took my girl. I'm here to kill Thanos. Wait, who are you guys? Peter like, yo, we're the Avengers, man. And he's like, oh, you're the ones that Thor told us about. Yeah. You know Thor? Yeah. Tall guy, not so handsome, not good looking. Yeah. Peter, Spider-Man like, thank you talking about handsome for. So we're Thor now. Cut back to him. Rocket. Thor swinging Rocket around like, yo, pull. You gotta pull me, Hammer. Pull me, Hammer. Oh my God, that just sounded so. I gotta edit that out. Thor's like, Rocket. More power, Rabbit. Calling him Rabbit. And then, like, Thor finally pulls the gears together. Then the layer starts to open up. And then they have another problem. The mechanism got destroyed. So Thor's like, oh, I gotta get in there. I gotta put. You're gonna die. You're gonna feel the heat of the dying star and you're gonna die. It means it's risky, but it's suicide. But guess what? So it's facing Thanos with that hammer. I gotta go do it. Straight. Thor gets in there, pulls both his arms like, give me, all fathers, give me strength. Opens it, and you just see the full strength of Thor in this movie. Like, I think this is the best Thor that we saw, besides in Ragnarok and other previous movies. Because the arc he goes through, like, it was nothing we've ever seen before. Finally, the hammer gets made. Thor gets unconscious for a little bit. Rocket, Groot gets away from his video game. He's like, oh, he's hurting. Peter Dinklage is like, yo, we have to find the handle. We gotta find it. It can't work without the mantle. He's like, yo, Tree, help me. We gotta find the mantle. Groot's like, okay, hang on, I got something. Puts the Stormbreaker together, and then just holds up his hand. He's like, boop, cuts his arm off, and regrows another one. Then Thor grabs the axe with his electricity gravity. Back on Earth in Wakanda, the Avengers are slowly starting to fail. And then, best moment in the movie right here. Thor shows up in Wakanda. You hear the music. I see the hammer flying and like killing a bunch of like enemies. And then it plays this. It plays the Avengers thing. Bum 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 bum. Oh my gosh, you guys are so screwed now. Bring me Thanos. Seeing Rocket and Groot on Earth, like wiping, and then Thor just running like gets like his eyes turning lightning. His man, that hammer. Like, so many, like, characters got so many upgrades in this movie. Like, my god. Cut back to Titan. The Avengers and Guardians are trying to work out, like, their plan to stop Thanos. Seeing Star-Lord and Tony interact with each other. Like, he's like, Drax, like, tell him about this, tell him about the dance-off to save the universe. What dance-off? Peter's like, I can do Footloose? And then Star-Lord's like, oh, like, Footloose, like the movie. Peter's like, what? Was it ever the greatest movie ever made? It wasn't. It never was. Yo, kid, don't give this guy, don't get what he's saying. Okay, he has no idea. Hey, listen, I'm human too. Is that 50% of me? That's 100% stupid of you too. Then man's just like, everyone, shut up. Does your friend do that? And then you just see Doctor Strange just freaking out, like his head and everything's just twitching. Comes back to the present. He's like, yo, I went to over 700 million different realities and timelines, and I saw all the possibilities and outcomes of what we're about to go through. Star-Lord's like, how many did you see? Gives him the number. Tony like, how many did we win? And then I was expecting him to say 0. I was like, oh man, they have no chance. But then he's like, 1. We got 1 chance. I'm like, dude, that's worse than 0. Well, kind of. You got 1 chance. You got 1 chance to save it. Anyway, they all get ready. Finally, go back to Thanos and Gamora. This is when things get really, really dark and serious. They get to Vormir. Then we meet the Soul Stone's keeper, which was a crazy reveal. And I was waiting for him to show up in the movie. I was like, there's a million other places he could show up. When is he going to show up? I thought it was Lady Death at first. But then you see the camera pan to his face. Red Skull is alive. And he's like, yo, we all have a price to pay.
How long does that go on?
He's like, yo, we all have a price to pay. And then he shows him, he's like, yo, the Soul Stone. Yeah, I was in prison here because I was obsessed with the stone. You can't just have, you can't, gives Thanos the lecture like, yo, you can't be obsessed with these things. He's like, I'm not. Gets him to, like, where the Soul Stone is. And he's like, yo, there has to be a sacrifice to give. And he's like, what kind of sacrifice? Something that you love. I'm like, Gamora's like, just laughing like, yo, he don't love nothing. I always dreamed today that you would always fail. One day you would get to your final destination and then you would fail. It's because you love no one. You don't even love yourself. Thanos turns around, looks at Gamora, he's crying. Really? Tears? Really? I did not expect that. Red Skull like, they're not tears for him. She frowns like, no. You can't be serious. This isn't love. Thanos trying to reach for Gamora. No. Pulls out her knife and tries to stab. He turns him into bubbles. He's like, I'm sorry. Sorry, child. Grabs her. You hear the music? He throws Gamora. I thought she grabbed onto the cliff. Nope. You see her fall straight to her. Gamora dies. Gamora hits the ground and dies. Thanos just sitting there crying, and I'm just like, so this is it. This how we gonna start? Okay. 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 But what I love so much about Josh Brolin's performance as Thanos is, like, I love Josh Brolin. The movies and the roles that he gets in his movie, he always nails them. And Thanos is one of the best, like, characters he's ever played. You got to see that it wasn't none of that crappy CGI that we've had previously in different movies, but you could see the emotion, the expressions he was making. So he wakes up, he has the Soul Stone, puts it in the gauntlet, bounces the Titan, and then Doctor Strange is sitting there like, yo, you look like a Thanos. He's like, so this was your world? Used to be. Shows him what it used to look like, and he's like, so, population control. That's your plan. He's like, with all the stones in my hands, I could simply snap my fingers, and they would all cease to exist, and I would call that mercy. Doctor Strange, okay, let's go. He's like, oh, we ready? Iron Man just drops a whole building on him. He's like, yo, that's it. Let's roll out. Star like, no. It ain't that easy. You just made it even worse. Thanos picks up all that rubble, uses the Soul Stone, turns it all into, like, I don't know, kind of birds or something. Charges that at Iron Man. Spider-Man, Drax roll in, punch up Thanos. Doctor Strange puts in, like, a magical sword, sort of. Collides with Thanos' hand. You see Star-Lord running across with, like, and he doesn't have a jetpack or anything. I don't think he has. Yeah, he did have rocket boots. I don't know why he didn't use them in this scene, but anyway, seeing the Avengers working together was so crazy in this scene. Doctor Strange like, oh, I see what he's doing. Boop, 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 boop. Adds, like, different levels where Star-Lord can jump. Puts a ball in his back, and then just goes, flips him off. He's like, boom! And Doctor Strange, yo, don't close his, you gotta close his fist. His cape wraps around the gauntlet. Then, Doctor Strange, okay, Peter, your time to shine. Spider-Man jumps in, like, yo, magical kick. Another magical kick. Magic with a, and then he jumps in, Thanos grabs and goes, boom! Insect. Yo, it was, because in the comics, Spider-Man does a kick in Thanos' face, and to see that on screen, I was like, yo, they're making some ultimate comebacks to the whole comics and everything. It's so crazy. And so then they all start to work together. Iron Man gets back, starts shooting his missiles at him. Thanos just grabs all that fire and then just goes, nope. Hits Iron Man back. Peter lands back on the ground, shoots a web at Thanos' gauntlet. Thanos like, oh, you want to play yo-yo? Boop. Punches him, I swear. Because even though I like the homecoming suit that he has, the silk suit, I would have loved him to fight Thanos in that. And I would have loved to see how Peter's, like, old suit would have affected him, but I was like, no. If he had gotten punched there, he probably would have died. The Iron Spider suit maybe just saved his life half then. So then Peter, Star-Lord, used that same, like, magnet gun, grabs his hand, Drax grabs his legs, Doctor Strange puts on, like on these, like, kind of rope spells, grabs the gauntlet, Iron Man swoops in, grabs the gauntlet, Peter spins webs on his chest, and he uses the golden legs. He's like, I got him, don't worry. Then Mantis comes out of the portal, jumps on Thanos' head, and, like, does her whole, like, magic thing. Tony's like, yo, Peter, I need your help. Let me get the gauntlet off. Okay. Then Star-Lord shows up. Nebula, I forgot to say, Nebula escapes on Thanos' ship, like, later. It was crazy how she did it. She was, like, poking at her eye. Dude came over and got her out. And then, she gets on Titan. And then she, like, starts to beat the crap out of Thanos. And then, like, Star-Lord shows up and he's like, yo, where's Gamora? Tell me where she is. He's like, my Gamora. Nope, where's Gamora? The Nebula's like, he has the Soul Stone. What? He went to Vormir with Gamora. He came back with the Soul Stone. But she didn't. Star-Lord's like, no, you didn't. You did not just do. And then Tony's already like, no. I know what you're about to do. Don't engage. We almost got this all. I'm like, oh, so this is how it's going. Because I knew it. I was like, there's a reason that this was going to be Infinity War Part 1. There was going to be Part 2. There's no way that they're going to win this first, like, movie against Thanos. Like, there's going to be something. And then Star-Lord's like, no. Starts beating the crap out of Thanos' face. No. And then Iron Man has to go over and, like, hold Star-Lord back. Peter Parker's trying to get the gauntlet up, and he gets off, like, right here. And then Thanos comes back to conscience, throws Mantis, grabs the gauntlet. Spider-Man's like, oh, Mantis! Grabs her. The Guardians get back up. They try to fight Thanos. He's like, nah. Whoop! Iron Man summons a sword, goes, boop, boom. Thanos like, okay, I've had enough of this. Grabs the moon out of his orbit and just goes, whoop! Hits Iron Man. Everyone starts to fly up in the air. Back in Wakanda, Rocket gets picked up by Bucky. He's like, how much for the gun? It's not for sale. How much for the arm? Bucky's like, I'm gonna get that arm. Then you see one of the best like interactions right here. Thor and Cap reuniting along with Groot, and he's like, new haircut? Don't you copy my beard? Also, this is a friend of mine, a talking tree. Groot does his like hand through the body thing. And he's like, I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers. And let me tell you about Cap's shields. Those things were awesome. Shuri trying to get all the things. They're like, how long you got? I barely begun. Like, there's so much like tissue right here. I can't cut it. You might want to hurry up, Shuri. Then you see Cole Obsidian and Black Panther fight. Cool part. Then you see like what is it called? I don't know, these things that come out of the ground. They're kind of like if you've seen Incredibles, you know what I'm talking about. The Underminers, like kind of like underground tool. Anyway, these big blades come out of the ground. Everyone's trying to retreat. Scarlet Witch gets down there and goes, boop, pushes them all back and wipes out like half the Outriders. Okoye just looks at her like, why was she up there that whole time? Then Proxima Midnight's like, yo, she's on the battlefield. Go get Vision. Corvus Glaive gets up there, kills half the Wakandans. Shuri makes it out, thank God. I was very nervous. I thought she was going to die in this movie, I honestly did. Vision sacrifices himself, gets Shuri out of there. He doesn't die immediately. Gets her out. Bruce is like, yo, we got a Vision situation. I'm over there. Then he fights Cole Obsidian. It's cool to see that because he was trying to get Hulk out and he's like, no, I'm not coming out. He's like, fine, okay, I'll do it myself. Single-handedly puts one of the gauntlets onto Cole Obsidian's hand. He's like, yeah, see ya. Cole Obsidian dies by the force field. And then you see, they're talking about doing this movie later down the road after like Infinity War and Captain Marvel's introduced. They want to do a standalone like female superhero team, which I'm all up for, which means Black Widow, Okoye, Shuri, Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, and tons more, all on a superhero team. And we got a little tease of that. Scarlet Witch is having a tough time dealing with Fox Midnight. Okoye and Black Widow are like, yeah, let's go. We're gonna go. We're gonna go one-on-one. Then Cap shows up, fights Cole Obsidian, fights up with Corvus Glaive. Vision's like, I'm not leaving. I'm not sparing your life. He's like, yo, you gotta go. Steve almost dies. Then Vision stabs Corvus Glaive. He's like, yo, we don't trade lives, Captain. Then Scarlet Witch puts I got nervous that Black Widow was gonna die but her staff that could turn into like not katana blades, but like into like sticks. What are they called? Crap! I wrote them in my script. I can't remember what they're called, but they're like the sticks, and you go whoop. They kill Fox Midnight. Thor goes through all the ships and just breaks them one by one. They all get back up with Vision. Back on Titan, Peter's saving all the Guardians. Like, yo, I got you. Sorry, I can't remember anybody's names. Now, that line was put in there because Tom Holland wasn't allowed to read the script. Most of the cast was not allowed to read the script for this movie. So, then we got one of the coolest scenes in the entire movie. Doctor Strange fights Thanos. He was like, all right, whoop. Thanos turned a black. He created a black hole. Doctor Strange turns that black hole into a butterfly. Then he makes multiple versions of himself, whips Thanos, pause. He grabs the gauntlet, and then Thanos like, okay, uses the Power Stone, and then amplifies the Power Stone into the Soul Stone, and he finds the right one. He's like, okay, you're obviously the real one, not a fake. Tosses him. Then Tony comes in, he's like, you gonna throw another moon at me? I'm gonna lose it. Then Thanos drops Stark. He's like, how do you know my name? He's like, you're not the only one cursed with knowledge. He's like, my only curse is you. Shoots like torpedoes at him. He's like, alright, come on. As cool as it was to see these two iconic as iconic it was to see these two characters see each other on the first time in the MCU, this fight was both awesome and so emotional. Tony with the OG troop suit beating the crap out of Thanos doing everything he can to punch him. Finally, he punches through his face, and he's like, all that for a drop of blood? Okay. Punches Tony, rips half his helmet off, then he grows another helmet back on with the nanotech. Then it creates a shield. Then he grabs him, hits him with the Power Stone. Half his suit is gone. I already knew it was going to happen. Tony trying to shoot him with the repulsors. Then half his suit comes off his legs, off his chest, and it makes its way to the repulsors. Thanos goes, boop! Half the suit comes off again. Then he uses the last remaining of his suit to create a knife, a blade. Thanos grabs it and just goes, boop! The whole audience was like, oh my god, it's either going to be Cap or Tony. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Steve or is it going to be Tony? I got worried here. I got worried. Tony just got stabbed by Thanos, and he's like, you have my respect, Stark. When I'm done, half of the humanity will still be alive. I'm like, dang, are you serious? Tony, like, in disbelief, he's bleeding, crying, he's like, I've been through a lot. I've been through so much being Iron Man. Not this. This is killing me. He's like, I hope they remember you. Then Doctor Strange's like, okay, spare his life and I'll give you the stone. He's like, okay, no tricks, no tricks. The stone appears just like the Tesseract did. You see Doctor Strange struggling to give Thanos the stone. He's like, one down to go. Disappears right as Star-Lord tries to shoot him. He's like, did we just lose? Tony trying to repair his skin. He's like, why would you do that? We're in the end game now. Cuts back to the Avengers. It looks like they're winning. Nope. Cap already senses something's going on. He's like, yo, everyone, eyes up. Thanos shows up, and then it plays the music. You don't hits every single Avenger. Boop, 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 boop. Nothing. Absolutely nothing they can do. Vision's like, yo, Wanda, it's time. It's time. You gotta kill me. Slowly, she does. Then Cap grabs the gauntlet. Thanos is like, you see Silver's face. He's like, the heck? Punches him. And then finally, Scarlet Witch kills Vision. Thanos is like, oh, okay. Now is not the time to mourn. No, it's not the time. And I already knew this was going to happen. I was like, oh! At least they didn't get the last stone. And I was like, wait a minute. No, because Doctor Strange just gave him the space, just gave him the time stone. He's going to reverse time. I was like, dang it. And then he's like, there's no time at all. And I was like, as soon as he said that line, I was like, yep, I know exactly what he's going to do. Holds out his hand, reverses the death, and you see Vision come back to life. Hits Scarlet Witch, grabs him, and just peels the stone out of my hand. I was like, he had a chance to... Vision had a chance to live. He already died once, and now you gotta make him die again. Adds the last stone to the gauntlet. He's just like, overpowerful. Then Thor shows up, stabs him with the hammer. He's like, I told you you paid for that. Pushes the hammer back into his body. He's like, slowly Thanos is like, you should have aimed for the head. And I was like, no. So many times this movie got you to go, yes, they're winning, and then, and then that final moment I was like, dang. They lost. They're done. He already snapped his fingers. Thanos talks to baby Gamora. I traded everything for this to happen. Go back. The gauntlet is half ruined. Then he leaves. And then, one by one, Bucky was like, Steve, and I already knew something was happening. I was like, Bucky turns into ash. And I already took off my hat. I'm like, he ain't gonna be the last one. For the last 30 minutes, I had this face. For 30 minutes of the finale of the movie. Black Panther shows up. Koya, there's no place to die. Turns into ash. I'm like, it's like I lost my brother or something. Like, the impact that Black Panther, that movie, had on me, I was like, no. Then Groot died. Then James Gunn tweets out 2 weeks later after the movie comes out, Groot's last words were dead. I'm like, Sam turns to ash. I'm like, dang. It's like I'm losing my family here. Scarlet Witch does. Back on Titan. Mantis like, something's happening. 5 seconds later, she turns ash. Drax, Quill. Tony like, steady Quill. Oh, man. Doctor Strange. Tony. There was no other way. Like, he already knew. He was like... And then he felt it inside himself. He's like, yeah, I'm dead. Turns to ash. And then... Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. You're alright, kid. No, I don't know what's happened. I don't understand. That father-son relationship, it hit me. Peter just grabbing onto Tony, saying, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Finally laying on the ground like, yep. I'm sorry. Sorry. As soon as I saw him starting to disappear, I was crying so much. And you people out there can say, oh my gosh, you're crying over you. I go watch this movie every single time. Like every time I went to go see this movie after my first time, it was hard for me to cry. I mean, it was hard for me to get over all the deaths. Like, I was crying. I cried then when Bucky died. My second time I watched it, I cried when Bucky died all the way to the end. Like, I've been watching these people ever since I was 7 years old, which was in the first Iron Man movie came out. Like, when they have their movies and their TV shows, when they cry, men have their moments when they watch their football and their sports, they cry. My generation of comic book movies and comic books, like, everyone's like, you crying over a couple comic movies? Like, what the heck's wrong with you? I'm like, you cry over a soap opera, you cry when you're at church. Like, what? Let me cry whenever I want to. Like, let me have my moment. And people don't... I say it all the time. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. And just to see... Not once have I seen him die in an incarnation. Unless it's with Miles Morales. But never on screen have I seen Peter Parker die. So to see him disappear, it was like... I felt like Tony. I was like... It's like I lost a piece of my soul. Nebula, like, he did it. Back on Earth, everyone's looking at Vision like, oh my god. Then Thanos said he does what he said he was going to do. He told Doctor Strange, he's like, when I'm done with this, I'm going to go sit. I'm going to watch the sunset. He does just that. Just sits there and goes, and just smiles away. I'm like, credits come on, everyone around me, some people stay for the credits, most of the people leave. Everyone around me that I brought with me is just looking at me, and they're like, Isaac, you good? They're moving me. I'm just like, I got tears rolling through me. Half my, like, the neck of my shirt is, like, wet. I'm, like, bawling. I'm just sitting there for, like, 10 minutes when the credits are coming. I'm not talking to anybody. I legit did not talk to anybody until we got in the car. I was just like... So... In credits come, I'm like, this needs to give me a sign of hope. Give me something that's going to make me feel better. Then you see it from Nick Fury and Maria Hill's perspective of everyone disappearing. Then you see them both disappear. Nick Fury runs back to the car, grabs the communicator, and he's like, oh no. Got his mother F in there. Got that little, got his line in there. Then before he disappears, he activates the communicator. It drops to the ground. I'm like, who's he calling? It's got to be somebody. I was like, wait a minute. I know exactly who he's going to call. The logo pops up, the star. I'm like, yes. Captain Marvel. Here we go. And then it says, Thanos will return in Infinity and Avengers 4. I'm like, I want to see that. I want to see Captain Marvel. But, all I'm going to say about this movie, I know it's going to be long. I should have said that from the beginning of this video, but I'm going to do separate videos later. Probably when I get back from vacation, talking about, like, suit upgrades, character development, my favorite characters in order by abilities and screen time and all that. I'm talking about the future for the MCU, the future for upcoming Marvel movies and, like, all that. soon. And I'm not saying I'm promising you these, and I'm not gonna say I'm not. Listen, because people are gonna, after I put up this video, everyone's gonna be like, "You said you're gonna do all these videos." I'm gonna do it when I come back from vacation. But this movie, it had me so many feelings. I felt all the emotions that the heroes, the villains, the side characters, like even the civilians. I felt everyone's emotion. And then to drop this with that cliffhanger at the very end, I was like, I expected something else, but this instead, like, and I knew a few people were gonna die, but the screenwriters were allowed to kill whoever they want, and everyone's freaking out. Black Panther, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, they're all dead. Like, they're not coming back. Yes, they got more movies coming out in the future. Don't worry, I know Spider-Man did that. Like, they've already started making his movie, the second one already. Ryan Coogler's trying to come up with the story for the second one. The Guardians are dead, yes, but James Gunn, he already said they'll be back. Don't worry. Doctor Strange, his movie might be in the works now, but if I have to rate this movie from 1 to 10, I give it a 10. There's nothing wrong with this movie. The pacing was good. The music was good. The acting was perfect. The costumes were perfect. The acting was perfect. The CGI was never better than I ever seen before. 10 years. 10 years in the making. There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if they could become something more. So when they needed us, we could fight the battles that we never could. Oh, man. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I could go on forever talking about this movie, but I just want to give you guys a general breakdown, spoiler-free, and what my reaction was to it. And I was originally gonna record myself watching the movie, but my phone died right as, like, the movie was starting, and I was like, dang it. I wanted to show my reaction, and I was gonna post it on YouTube. Obviously, it was gonna be muted, but I didn't do it. And I can't do it with my camera, because it shines so bright in there, but, So, 10 out of 10, good movie, go watch it. Let me know what you guys think about in the comments about this movie. I'm gonna do breakdowns and talking about, like, all this pretty soon. Just wait for me to get back on vacation, then we'll talk about Avengers and upcoming movies in the future. I'm gonna get back into movie breakdowns soon. I just gotta go see more movies. I just went and seen Solo today. I'll try to give a breakdown of that and my review of the movie soon. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this movie. And I'm looking forward to Avengers 4, and I almost forgot to say this. I was about to say my outro, but I'm gonna do a challenge for Avengers 4. Now, I want you guys to get involved. I will set this poll up when the movie starts to come out, but I want people to vote either for me to do one thing or do the other. So, should I not watch the trailers for Avengers 4 at all and just go in blind? Like I kind of know what the movie's gonna be about, but like I can't watch the movies, I can't watch the clips, I can't watch the TV spots. Every time I hear I hear like Avengers or I hear a character, I walk out of the room. Like I don't look at it at all. I can look at the posters, but I can't look at the no, I can't even look at the posters. I can't look at anything. I can't look at TV spot. I can't look at the Instagram stories. I can't look at anything. I can't even look at the posters. None of that. I can't look at it. Or should I do it the day I go to see the movie? I go see the trailers. I see the TV spots. I see the posters. Let me know what you guys want me to do. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put this back up whenever the movie starts to come out. But we have a year for this movie. And Ant-Man the Wasp comes out next month. So that's going to give us kind of like a laughing kind of like moment to go, okay, cool down before we get back into serious motion. Then we have to wait an entire year, March of 2019 for Captain Marvel. Then we have either April or May for Avengers 4. Then we have Spider-Man 2. So I just want to thank everyone that's come along this journey with me ever since 2008 with Iron Man 1. All the way 10 years later to Avengers Infinity War. So let me know what you guys think about this movie in the comments section below. If you guys notice anything else about this movie that I might have missed, even though I've seen this movie 15 times, let me know what you guys think below. But I can't do my outro with this. This is a movie that it destroyed me. It's messed me up. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm not usually like this. I'm more energetic towards the end of these videos, but yeah, I'm broken. So if you're new, subscribe. If you just want to see this movie review, share it with your friends, family, whatever. Go see the movie. It's Flames. 10 out of 10. It's the best movie that's ever been made. And I'll do a MCU ranking movie from 1 to 19. So yeah. Ba, 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 ba.